Hello, let's do the New York Times Hard Sudoku for November 13th, 2024. There's a link in the description if you'd like to try the puzzle yourself, and I'm going to get started right now. All right, up here we've got 3, 8, and 9, so the 8s have buddies. This 8 looks in. I should say the 8s are buddies. These 9s are buddies. And this 9 looks up. That places the 9 in this box. These two 9s look down, putting a 9 in one of these two cells. Not quite centered. Give me a second. Try to make this more comfortable for myself while wearing a baby. All right. All right. Any other follow-ups from 9s? Let's just double check. We do have two 9s looking in. Okay, so we can mark these 9s. I don't think we have enough about 9s to do a lot, though. All right, so we did the 3, 8, 9 here. We also have the 2 here. These two 2s look in. This 2 looks up. That leaves only here for a 2. Follow up on the 2s to put a 2 in one of these 3. Don't think we can do more with that. So that's all the buddies. We do have, but I've noticed that these four givens are all not touching this row. So there's only 2 empty cells left in these 2 rows in this box. And so anything down here that's not already placed in the box is going to be super powerful. So in this case, the 3 is the only one. That does put a 3 in one of these 2. If there were a second one, and there can only be one more, that would cause a hidden pair to appear here. But we don't know what digit that's going to be. But that does mean that, let's see, it's the 1 and the 7 need to go in these 3 cells. There's always the possibility that we get 1s and 7s in these columns. We don't in this case, but if we had, then we could have found a hidden pair in the row. It does mean these 3 digits are likely... well, they're not 1, 2, 3, 7, 9. So maybe this not being 8 also is helpful. So it's not 1, 2, 3. It could be 4, 5, 6, not 7, 8, 9, right? We also have the same thing going on here. So we have the 5 looking up. Only the 5's helpful. Puts a 5 in one of these 2. And then we have the same thing where these aren't 2, 3, 5, 8, 9. Well, not quite the same thing. This cell can't be 1. So it's not 1, 2, 3, could be 4. It's not 5, could be 6, 7. This can't be 7, so this is 1, 4, 6. Okay. Then we have the 2, 8, 9 here, so we have the 7. That's it, just the 7 looking in. Okay, we can't do anything with that. All right, I'm going to move on to the next band here. So we've got the 3 and the 8. I always start with the box with the fewest givens if I can, because that's the fewest number of numbers to remember to try to find buddies, right? So we have the 2 3s looking in. This 3 looks down, places this 3. These 2 3s now look down, putting a 3 in one of these 2 cells. Okay, so that was the 3. The 8 does not have a buddy. It does look through this 5, 9, though. So this 8 looking through here, this 8 looks down. It does put an 8 in one of these 2 cells. That points down. These can't be 8 anymore because 8's up here. So if it's up here, it's not down here. These 8s look down, and that puts an 8 in one of these 2. Now what we've done here is we found a hidden pair. Because the 3s and the 8s, the corner marks, exactly overlap. 2 digits and 2 cells. And so what this is telling us is one of these 2 cells is a 3, and one of these 2 cells is an 8. We don't know which is which, but we know we can't fit anything else in there if one's a 3 and one's an 8. It's only 2 cells. So that's a hidden 3-8 pair. And the way to follow up on hidden pairs is to think about what digits were removed that we thought could have been in these cells. So for example, 1. 1 was removed. We also have this 1 looking in. We want to see how 1 is, basically because these are sharing a column, we want to see how it affects the box, and we want to see how it affects the rest of the column. But 1 does not seem to be doing anything. You can also see how it affects the rows. Like digits were removed from these cells, so you want to see the row column box effect. We already know they couldn't be 2. They can be 3, 4. They already couldn't have been 5. They can't be 6 now. So we actually have the 1 and the 6 looking in, and these aren't 1, 6 anymore. And if you look, we already have the 9s corner marked here. So even though I don't want to corner mark the 1 and the 6 into these 3 cells, if I did, you would see that we have 3 corner marks overlapping in 3 cells, right? Basically, the question to ask is, where do 1, 6, and 9 go in this box? And this hidden 3-8 pair told us that these can't be 1, 6, 9. We have this 4 and this 2 placed as well. And so there's only 3 places left for 169. So those are the 169. We could have also seen the corollary to this, and always look for the corollary, which is that notice how these can't be 8 anymore because we have this 3-8 pair. So, right, these 8s point down, this 8 looks down, right? So these aren't 8. And they also aren't 4 because of the 4 in here. And so this is a 4-8 hidden pair, but this 8 tells us the order. Basically, 8 in this row can only go here. And then now 4 in this row can only go here. So that removes the 8, that places this 8. And that's going to leave a naked pair here, which would have told us about this 169 if we hadn't already found it. So we already have 1, 2, 3, 4. We need 5 and 7 here. It's not resolved. But this 5-7 naked pair would have removed 5-7 from these cells, giving us the 169. So there's multiple ways to find all these things. There's hiddens, there's nakeds. They're going to eventually give you the same thing as long as you follow up on them in the right ways. All right, I was technically doing this band still. Is there anything else with this box that might be interesting? I mean, the hidden 3-8 pair I didn't even finish counting up, but the 7 was also removed from them. But now we know this 5-7 pair, so that's not super important. But I do want to look at this column in general. We need a 1, 4, 6, 7. Oops, 1, 4, 6, 7. Neither of these see 1, 4, 6, 7, so we're not going to do more with that. All right, so that was that 8. All of that came from that 8, and then following up. Okay, so that was the 8. We have the 1 and the 4 here, no buddies. The 4 looks in, this 4 looks up. So actually what we have is we have a hidden 4-8 pair here. We could corner mark the 4s and then see that they overlap, or you can just, do that but without marking. But this is a hidden 4-8 pair. What do we do with hidden pairs? We think about what was removed. So 1 was removed from them. So we have this 1 looking in. This can't be 1. So actually 1 ends up in one of these 3 cells. That's going to point in here along with this one. This one looks down, this one looks up. So now there's only one place for 1 in this box, right here. That's pretty handy. Without the hidden 4-8 pair, we wouldn't have known that. It's actually the only place for 1 in this row now, is maybe another way to see that. So that deals with 1s. 2 was not removed. We already knew they couldn't be 2. 3, 4, 5. The 6 was removed from them. So 6 is somewhere in here. Don't really know more about that. And the 7 was removed from them. Don't really know much about that either. Okay. But we do know that this is 2, 6, 7. Because we need 1, 2, 6, 7 in the box. All right. This can't be 2, so this is 1, 6, 7. This can't be 2 either, so it's 1, 6, 7. I already have the 2s marked. I should have realized that. Okay, so that was the 4. What else do we have going on here? 1, 3, 4. We have... Okay, we have this 5 looking in, this 5 looking in. That does put a 5 in one of these 2 cells. 1 and 3, 8, 9. 9 looks in here, and 2 9s look down. We already have the 9s marked. Okay. Oops. Okay, so these 3 cells are not 1, 3, 4, 5, 9. And so I do see an 8 looking down, I see a 6 looking up. So let's actually write down what these can be. They can't be 1, could be 2, can't be 3, 4, 5, could be 6, 7, 8. This one's not 6, and these 2 aren't 8s. All right. 2, 6, 7 and 2, 6, 7 is suspicious, but we don't have a third one right now. I actually want to take a look at this column, which is down to 4 open cells. We have 1, 2, 3. We need 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so 4 can only go here. We have this 4 here and this 4 looking in. So that's our 4, giving us the 8 and the 4. So that's not 8. I remember 8 being limited. Yeah, so 8 is limited to the... Actually, 8 is placed. I was going to say it's limited to the same 2 places as 5, but I didn't see that 8. So that's our 8, which places our 5 and our 9. This row is 2, 6, 7. This row, what do we need? We need a 2, 5, 6, 7. So the 5's in one of these 2. So we get out of that. The rest of this column is markable. We need a 5, 6, 7. That's not 5, that's not 5. So 5 is actually placed, because of these 2 5s. Oh, this is a 1, 6, 7 naked triple. Basically what we can ask is, where do the 2 and the 9 go in this row? The 9 is actually placed. It's not in any of these cells. So this is our 9 for the row. And then now where's 2 in the row? It goes there. All right. So we need 2, 5, 6, 7 here. This can't be 7. This is 2, 5, 6. Okay. This is all of 2, 5, 6, 7, so I'm not interested in marking it. Okay, that's a lot from that band. Let's look at this band. We already kind of looked at it, but there might be more to find. I'm super interested in anything looking through these 2 rows, but there really isn't anything. This 4 looking in actually does do something, puts a 4 in one of these 2. That's about it. Almost everything's in this row, so there's not much to do. This cell here, I noticed we're down to 4. We're down to 1, 5, 6, 7. I guess I didn't mark it because it's all of them. Okay. I think this stack is basically has already been taken care of. This stack here, let's take a quick look. Let's start with 1, 4, 5, 8. So the 1s are done. The 4s, we do have 2 4s looking up. It's a 4 in one of these 2. The 5 does not appear to do much. And the 8s are done. And then we've got 2, 7, 9 as well. So we do have the 2 9s looking down, putting a 9 in one of these 2. I don't think either of these do anything of interest. All right. And then this final stack here. Okay, I've got 2, 8, and 9. So the 9s are done. The 8s are not done, actually. They look down, putting an 8 in one of these 2. The 2 does not really do anything. And then we've got 3, 5, 6. The 2 3s look up. This 3 looks in. Actually, we can place this 3. That's been there from the start. we deet in the corner. That's not a 3, so that places 3 and 4 there. Fortunately, both of these 4s only just affect that one cell. This is a 5, 6 pair. So 5, 6 pair means this can't be 6 or 5. So this can't be 5, so that places the 5 in this box. We're down to 2, 6, 7 here, but this can't be 6. So that's 2, 7. So you have 5, 6, 2, 7. What are these 2 digits? 3 and 9, it looks like. Okay. And then this is a pair as well. Yeah, so this 7 looking down places the 7. I knew that this would get placed, because if this was a pair and that's a pair, this would be a single. It gives us the 6. That also places the 6 in this box, which places the 6 in this box. These 2 6s look up, putting a 6 up here. This 6 looks down, giving us the 1. We're left with a 6, 9 pair here. So 1, 5, 7. This can't be 1. So 1 in this column's only here. That's a 7. I think we're wrapping up. This 7 looks up, giving us a hidden 5, 7 pair here. And this is 1, 4, 6, not a 4. All right, just following up on those 6s that I got. Okay, so this is still a pair. We need a 2, 6. All right. All right. This column is down to 3 digits. We need a 1, 2, 7. 1 can only go here out of these 3 cells. We have this 1 all the way over here. This is 2 or 7. 1 gives us the 6, 4, and 1, giving us the 5 and 6, giving us the 7 and 5. 5, giving us the 5 and 7. That's our 6. In this row, I need 7. Okay, that's 2 and 7. That's 2 and 7. That's our 2. 6 and 2. 9 and 6. Love how these collapse. 3 and 9. 8 and 3. That gives us the 8 here. Let's see without these 2 digits. 1, 2, 3. We need 4 and 5. They go like this. 4, 5. That places the 4 here. We're down to 1 and 7, and we're done. All right, not too bad today. Some interesting patterns though. A lot of use of geometry. Not necessarily like directly finding like a lot of hidden triples and pairs, but finding geometry that leads us to restricted cells is still quite interesting. So cool. Well, hope you enjoyed this. Let me know how you did. And if you enjoyed it, why not leave a like, subscribe, and a kind comment below.